Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars week 49, day 6. It is a brown day and today of course is a Sunday, so let's get into showing the, is that the right one? Yes it is. Let's go into showing the new stuff that's coming out tomorrow. So let's go bring this up. So first things we have is the Copernicus. He is a blue-purple standard raid troop. One thing that is slightly noteworthy about him, though, is he does get to increase his magic. So that's relatively decent on him, since even at his base rarity, that would be 12 additional damage. And of course, that would be as high as 20 additional damage if you actually had him all the way maxed. So every single time, he's just doing the standard roll damage, but then he steals 4 attack and converts it to magic. And that could also make it so they do slightly less damage. The 4 attack is a relatively small amount to take. Also has mana shield, which could be relevant if it has mana drain, but more often than not it wouldn't, and it just has the other standard trait, which is pretty much useless. Don't really feel like you need to trade it at all, especially if there's no mana drain around, which there probably won't be. But yeah, still going to be pretty decent, at least compared to a normal raid troop. But other than that, just pretty standard raid troop. So as far as the next one, we have ourselves another thing kind of in that same kind of premise. This is one available for glory, so if you need yellow-purple trait stones, make sure to go get them. Also, don't forget, red-green is still available right now for a few more hours. If you still haven't picked them up, really good to have for Yagwe fully traded. Even if you don't own them, you should still have them on reserve for when you do eventually get it, because they're only 200 glory each for red-green right now, so do make sure to stock up on those if you haven't already. If you still need them. But anyways, this troop, yellow-purple, it deals true damage to an enemy. You can target any of them, and then it steals 3 armor and converts it to magic. So they would need to have armor, but every single time it would gain 3 magic. It's kind of like a Miststalker in a way, except it doesn't have poison, and I believe it's slightly less damage, but you actually get to target anything. So, yeah, it could be decent in early game. I don't feel like it's going to be used later in the game, since it's true damage, and it's just too small of an amount of damage. But still, it has its potential. Other than that, its traits are pretty average again, so both of these troops you don't really need to trait that much because they don't gain much of a benefit from doing so. Unfortunately, there was no Pan's Veil rebalance. Even though they were making mention of it, they didn't actually push it out for today. So we will be getting it in the near future. That's still happening. They are still going to be rebalancing Pan's Veil, but apparently it wasn't today. I kind of assumed it would be because, well, it's a Pan's Veil event, why wouldn't you? But I guess they'll be doing it in like a next month or so. Maybe even next patch they'll kind of do it, who knows. But they're definitely doing it, you just didn't do it today, apparently. Anyways, as far as the weapon, I don't know why they make this weapon image so small, but it destroys an enemy's armor and then gives all allies 23 life, and it's boosted by armor destroyed. So it's basically a gigantic life gain for your entire team. This is pretty useless in raids. I don't know why they give this out in raids instead of invasions, mainly because the raid boss one-shots you, so any amount of HP you have is completely irrelevant. So this weapon is just completely dead content already. We don't know what its perks are yet, though. So it could have some really nice perks when fully maxed out, but still, more often than not, this is never going to be used ever. So you still want to get it, of course, because it's kind of required to get literally every weapon in the game these days, just in case, because you need them for kingdom upgrades and such. But as far as its actual usefulness, you would never touch this. Even something as basic as War and Peace in most situations would be stronger than this weapon. So yeah, just a kind of weapon to collect, but not really ever bother using. And that's everything that's coming out next week. Unfortunately, no balance, but that's all the things. Let's go put this away and head to Guild Wars. Today is, of course, Brown Guild War Day, as I mentioned. We are close to perfect win streak this week, too, but it's mainly because we moved down to bracket 3, which is why we have perfect win streak. But, yeah, we're currently in 2nd place, even though we do have perfect win streak. Did we even fight them this week? I don't even think we had to fight the guild that's currently above us, which is nice, because that means we got to win every day, or possibly. We could still lose the franchise. I believe they're right behind us, too, so hopefully we win, because I believe there's still that weird glitch where you get 100% EXP. If you win on the final day of Guild Wars, I believe you still get the 100% EXP for the 2 weeks, so that's a lot of time to have that bonus for just winning one single day. But anyways, hello everyone, hello Demon Angel, hello Danny, hello Zeddicus, hello M78, hello Jan, hello Hyper, hello Dragon Ball Z Fan, hello Dark Knight, hello Adam, hello Sea Dog, hello Marcelo, and hello Traylin. Welcome everyone. No, there's no Pan's Veil rework tomorrow, unfortunately. Okay, so, Brown Guild War Day. That's not that. Where are you, Brown team? So we're going to be rolling with Gorgolfa, Corvash, Diviner, Ubistet. Pretty standard. It's either this or pretty much Skull Spam, but I generally like going with this. Go into quick Gorgolfa, get everything down, get a bunch of Corvashes, deny out Forest Troll Nix, And then we just Diviner spam to get Gorgolfa and Ubistet up, and then we just keep one-shotting, or double one-shotting with Ubistet. And that's pretty much the whole premise of this team. So let me just double check. It is indeed Brown Day. Yes, it is. So let's hopefully not lose. We've lost one battle almost every single day this week. Only one day did we not. Pretty bad week for us, actually, but oh well. Let's go and grab the round over. We're not actually using hero on this, but it should be fine. We technically could if we wanted to, but I'll keep it as is with the yellow over. More important that we get the win than trying to put a hero just for 10 EXP onto our team. Not to mention, if we lose, we don't get that 2 EXP. Okay, none of the colors we have here are worth taking. Every single one of them is horrible, so we'll work up Diviner so that if we do Gorgolfa, which we will be right here, should be enough. It also denies him, so he doesn't have as much green to use here, which should hopefully help us. No, he got it. Oh, he got it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, we'll take the green. He should miss. If he doesn't, we're in trouble, and he doesn't. Ooh. Okay, well, there goes all of our mana. I guess we go Diviner because it's immune to mana drain. And this is one of the reasons we bring Diviner as well. Unfortunately, we can't take green here, though he's guaranteed going to give us some way to get green. Unfortunately, we can't take it now, though, but we'll take that. Get a little bit of mana. Hopefully he'll miss. Can you please miss once? Well, we'll go take green, throw Diviner down. This is already looking horrible, but he can't drain me again because we have Diviner. She's immune, so even if it hits it like it just did right there, it doesn't actually get to do it. So now we're safe. Let's go throw this down and get our mana up. There's only a 1 in 3 chance that we actually get to cleanse, though, is the only problem here, but I think that will still be enough mana that it'll be fine. I mainly just need to get a nice Gorgolfa cast down. I almost want to use this on green, but no alignment for it. I guess we take red. It doesn't matter that it's not an extra turn because we're frozen anyways, so... oh, good, we did get cleansed. Well, we would have gotten cleansed anyways, I guess, because of his cast. Well, now that we're finally down with that, let's go and get our mana going. Wow, that was a horrible start. But the team's finally working now, so should be able to win from here. That was an abysmal start right there. Okay, Ubistet, are you enough damage? This is Guild Wars, so you probably should calculate it out on if it is or is not enough damage. So move that, move that. So many things to move. Move that. And let's calculate it out. So, Ubistet damage. We have 1 Entangle. We should probably actually go get rid of that real quick. You know what? We'll do this and then calculate it out. So we'll do that. Now we calculate how much damage we'll need. Okay, never mind. We have way more than enough. I could already tell just by his durability. We'll throw it now. Go for that. Go for the Skull, then Corvash. Actually, can we do that off of a... It's actually going to explode here. So we'll do that. Get rid of its barrier, because we would have gotten rid of its barrier regardless of what we did there. So I might as well do it with an explosion that gives us mana. Get rid of his green, or anything that really extra turns, doesn't even matter. As long as it gives us a okay amount of mana. So we will indeed do that on green then. Put that down. A bunch of reds for Ubistet. That'll then give us the double kill we need. And all we have to do is just throw this into a little bit more damage. That's still not enough to kill that out. Oh, I should have actually exploded there instead of doing that. But we'll do that. And he'll Dawnbringer, so we have to... Oh! He actually got a kill. Ooh. Gotta be careful. Wow, that Dawnbringer hits hard. We'll go take that. Let's get our mana up. Throw Corvash, Ubistet, dead. We'll let him have 1 more skull, which will actually not kill us because we do have armored. But wow, we lost a lot of points from that, but we'll go throw that down. And then Ubistet for the kill. Well, that was a horrible first battle. Let's not get mana drain spam again, hopefully. Otherwise, I might need to switch my team if every single team is that. Okay, good. They're not all using that. That's actually fine. He's just using Skull Spam. Skull Spam is not too intimidating against this. Almost our entire team is Skull Reduction. 75% and 25%. Also, hello, Nelson. Hello, Aaron. Hello, Captain. Welcome. Let's see. You missed you going over Caprinas. Any good? Oh, no. Both of the 2 new troops coming in, they're pretty average. Neither of them are really going to be used. The new Glory troop is going to be used in early game a little bit, probably. But, yeah, and Raid troop will just be used for raids, as it always is. That's just standard raid. Yeah, the new Glory-related troop isn't really going to be used in any kind of team. Unless you're a really new player, in which case that's going to be nice on a true damage team. But other than that, you're never really going to bring it out. I believe that actually fills one of the gaps in low-level true damage, too. I need to go look into that before I make the video. I believe there was a true damage team. I believe yellow was actually the color that doesn't really have an excessively good true damage. And since he is green-yellow, that now fills that gap of not having a proper yellow true damage. There were things that could do it, but they weren't really too good for the most part. So that'll now fix that gap. But then again, I believe actually that 1 true damage hero weapon is what would be used these days, or prior to this troop being out. So, oh no, I'll have to double check what it is a little bit later on. We'll go take a brown here. We'll go just poke us. Luckily he didn't hit Ubistet, or else that would have been very annoying. So we'll go get this rolling. Throw Gorgolfa down. See if we can get a nice Mercy down somewhere. It looks like on green. Very good value there. And we're already good to go. We could just go into double kill. We could do that as soon as we stop getting turns. That'd be great. Stop giving us so many turns. There we go. It's sometimes bad getting a lot of turns in this game mode just because you're wasting a lot of potential score. Because every single extra turn does count as an actual turn towards the thing that tracks the amount of turns that have gone by in Guild Wars. So you do lose some score if you keep extra turns spamming. They did that to prevent people from actually extra turns spamming. Alright, we'll go to that, get all of our mana, Ubistet dead. And there we go. Now that's what the battle's supposed to go like. I wish the first one would have done that. That'd be funny if our first battle was just the hardest one. I don't know why. Every single first battle this week has just been... It felt like so much harder than what it normally was for no reason. Okay, we have a Scion here that's really dangerous. He also has Famine, which is even more dangerous. But my game plan here is to get Corvash quick enough that it won't matter. Okay, so... what to do here? I think we take a yellow to green and all that mess. Good he didn't get a skull out of that, or else we'd be in trouble. He's sure trying, though. He sure is trying. But we'll go take this yellow to red. Ooh! Why? Okay, new plan. Gets Diviner up and just casting a really good Diviner down. So we'll do that onto the brown here. Get all that mana going. Take the other yellow. Make sure he does not skull us. And go from there. No! I can't take the yellow. Why? What even? Okay, this is starting to get bad. I guess we take the purple, which we don't use. Because I can't take that yellow. He's gonna Scion. Oh, wait. Yes, I can. He's stunned. I have to hope he stays stunned. No! Okay, oh, sorry. I thought that was him getting a... That was Amnesia. The thing that made him get one attack, I thought was him cleansing. Fail. Okay, good. He's still stunned. Unfortunately, he's going to be stunned, unstunned probably next turn. I'm going to do that down. Do we take mana? Do we trust that he'll stay stunned? My bet is on he won't. Okay, he actually would have. So I could have actually just went for it. So now, since I didn't, I guess we just take a green and throw it down next turn. And if he Scions us now, that'd be unfortunate, but it'll happen. Okay, good. He just takes Skull. That's actually perfect. We can just go Corvash him, and we'll be good to go. Throw that down. We might try getting a Famine or something here. We'll keep that just in case, because I have a feeling you will get a Famine down. Oh, how did nothing reach full mana there? But luckily, we still have Diviner. I guess we will have to throw it down. Only big issue here is Famine is almost guaranteed going to get a hit on us. And I can't stop that. We'll move that, we'll move that. Throw Skull down. Actually, you know what? Yes, we can. If we get his mana up right now, we will. Also, he might be the lowest now. Where's that Amnesia? Can't even tell. But we'll go for this. Okay, it's not him, but we could Corvash him. He did an extra turn. And Corvash him right on the exact time we needed to. And then he's dead. I guess we'll just Skull him into a Ubistet. And that'll be that. Here we go. Hey, we got another pet. Let's go get that as well. Had one right before the stream, and now we get another one. Forgot how many more horses we need, but... Ooh, another Drain spam team. I should probably go replace out Cockatrice or something. So many people are going to run this on Brown Day. Maybe I should just start running anti-Drain. We have one anti-Drain here. But, the biggest issue is there's not a heavy amount of troops that really have immune to mana Drain. Very, very few of them do, and it's mainly just elves, and most elves aren't really that great. Other than maybe Diviner and a few other niche instances. We'll go take a blue here. I think we're going to try Russian Corvash. Only real big issue here is he's going to get that mana. So we'll try for an extra turn off of that. Didn't actually get it. But he didn't get full mana for anything. So we're okay for now. Let's take a brown, get all that going. He does not get a skull yet. And we'll Corvash him preemptively just to make sure we get rid of his trait so he doesn't drain us. Go get Gorgolfa down, and that's pretty much the win from here. We even have Diviner ready to go. And he has zero... Okay, he had 0 mana on his Famine as well. Once we get first kill, it's really easy to deal with that. And I believe we have it. We just need to go throw the Ubistet down. Should be enough stats. Yes, it is. And now we just have to get a Corvash. And then we won. Because you won't be able to outspeed our mana at that point. So yeah, now we just hold Corvash. She'll have mana on her next turn. I might even go manually take it. Just so we have it to guarantee go next turn. So we'll do that. See if we can get a nice yellow down. Maybe throw it down on like the purples over here. Go do that. Skull into Ubistet. Actually, Corvash to Ubistet. Wait, which one's more damage? Actually, technically Corvash to Upestead's more damage, so we'll do that. And there we go. And one more battle. Hopefully against something easy enough for us to take out with this team. And no! Oh no. Well, we got to deal with this team. Forest Troll, Nyx, Dawnbringer, Queen Mab, using the incorrect hero class at least. So at least it's using the incorrect hero class, so we got that going for us. Hello, Questor, welcome. Eliso, hello, Nielsen. Infernus or Rodcraft? Infernus. Infernus is generally better than a Fairish Rodcraft, unless you're planning on soul farming anytime soon. But if you are planning on going to soul farming grind soon, then yes, you would want to go Fairish Rod. But assuming you're just playing through the normal modes and everything, you'd be using Infernus way more. Because the only thing you ever use Fairish Rod for is soul farming, even though it is the absolute best option in the game for it. But Infernus used for literally everything else, pretty much. It's used for so many things. It's pretty much the highest overall damage output of any cast in the game. So we'll take the blue over. I'll probably take another blue. I don't really have any other colors that are worth taking. We're already entangled, so it's fine if he takes another skull. It's Gorgotha anyway, so skulls mean almost nothing against us. So much purple on this board right now, which we don't need, but we'll take that brown over. Oh wait, why did I not Gorgotha? I didn't even realize we had full mana there. But, let's see, how do we go about this? I think we get rid of red, convert that over, move that, move that. That'll be full mana for everything. We're good to go from here. Now we just need to apply all of our damage. So, first things first, let's get Corvash down. It was a little bit preemptive, but we need to make sure we get their damage down, or their HP, durability, whatever. Let's go get this thing converted. We don't need the mana, but I do need the better board setup. And that should be enough damage now. We'll let him have a skull. We'll just go through this into a Gorgotha and basically repeat that cycle again. He is going to get a Dawnbringer down. Ideally, I would want to Corvash him right now. Hopefully watch you turn it. Yes, we did. Perfect. And then we just Corvash into calculation. Okay, time to go do math. Do we have enough damage to kill him right now? He has 110 HP. Do we have 110 damage? 36 plus 38 plus 35 plus 55 plus 41 plus 40 divided by 4, right? Yeah, 4. Divided by 4 plus whatever our base value is. Our base value is 53. I think we're like 4 damage short or something. We are... Ooh. Did I calculate that right? We have 4 more than enough damage. I thought it was a few less. It's actually a few more. So that should kill. There we go. It was. That was 114 damage right there. Which, of course, was enough since he only had 111. Very nice. There we go. That's why you calculated it out. So we actually know. And, whoa, that just scored a little bit low. But we did have a really horrible first and third battle, which brought us down. We almost lost the first battle. So I guess we'll take it. Ooh, that score difference is bad. They actually have a lead on us now. That is bad. We need every person in our guild to score 9,000 plus in order for us to have a chance to beat them now. Because there's a 10,000 gap. And generally the most you can really gain is about 9,500 approximately per person. And since that's 5 would cover that, that means we're about 1,000 less points than them right now, approximately. So that's a little bad. We'll see how the other people do in the guilds. That or hopefully they have one person missing or something. Because if everyone does the battles in my guild and they just have one person missing, we'll still win. Of course we would lose. The only battle, that's going to be weird. If that actually is the case. That'd be so unfortunate. If we win literally every day, and the only one we don't win is the most important battle of the entire week. Actually, my guild seems to be scoring quite a bit lower today compared to any of the other days. Because even if all 3 of them score 9,000, that only brings us to about 247, approximately. And that's assuming they even hit that, which would bring it as low as Purple Day. Also, why is Purple Day so low? We got Elma Grim this week. It's our other lowest other than Brown Day. Anyways, let's go and... well, we actually have to do treasure maps. It's kind of funny. I have to do an arena battle and a treasure map battle. Or, you know, 5 of them. So I guess we could do those and then go do the other 2 things. Also, something else I need to go do, which I'll probably go do right now. Or, well, 2 things. For one, let's go do our pet. The other is, I still need to go finish out raids. I mean, Bounty Hunter. We actually got knocked off the leaderboard, and because I wasted a couple of my battles earlier, we might not even have enough points to make leaderboard. It's very, very close, I have to say. But there is a good chance we might not make it. We'll find out in after we do the battles. Yeah, so let me make sure I do that. You feel like Guild Wars is just everyone using OP Divine. There's multiple different OP teams that get used for it. 4 times Giants, 4 times Dwarves, 4 times Divines. I think some people occasionally run 4 times Dragons for it. Other than that, there is... oh, what else? Let's see. There's that really annoying Drain Spam team that we just saw a couple times there. It's Forest Troll, Nyx, Dawnbringer, or Kraken, and then Queen Mab in the back is really, really, really annoying on days where you have a little bit of a slower start. Because once it gets ahead of you, you are not coming back from it. Very rarely will you. That's actually one of the reasons why I carry Diviner in that team, so that if that does start to occur against that team, we at least have a backup plan of Diviner being immune to mana drain, so we at least get going off of that. And yeah, it's pretty much everything using Guild Wars. You sometimes see Skull Spam, like Doom Skull Spam and stuff like that. Occasionally, even though it did get slightly nerfed, it can still pull off a kill. I generally don't set my defense teams to constantly need hero switching, though. Also, speaking about wins with that, my team actually did do the best today when we used Divine. I'm not even using the correct hero class. Just goes to kind of show how overpowered that team is. It is what our defense looked like this week. 0-6, 1-5 with the standard thing. I used the wrong hero class, though. Another standard drain. I should probably actually get rid of this. I don't think that's actually any good anymore. It's really similar to another team we saw today, too, when people were using Scion, Ragnargord, Famine, Death. I think we're up against that, like, today, too. But yeah, 4 times Goblins. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention 4 times Goblins. That's a thing, too. It's pretty common. It's just, or not 4 times Goblin, 3 times Goblin with a Siren, I mean. 4 times Dwarves, or 3 times with another thing. And, of course, the standard Divine, which I used today, and it actually got the highest score today. Or at least 2 wins. Every other day it was a maximum of 1. At least today we got 2 of them. But, yeah. Anyways, let's go back to the pets. Bleed out all the little horses, or unicorns, actually. It does have a horn. Well, they're probably going to be doing changes to Divines in the near future that would probably nerf them. But there's always going to be something that's going to be the meta. They can never make it meta-less. There's always going to be stuff more overpowered than literally everything else. That's never not going to be the case. So let's run Furnace down. And in Guild Wars, it's sometimes even harder, because if they do add, let's say, a hard counter to something, like, for example, Goblins have a hard counter. It is Gob Chomper. If you have a Gob Chomper on your team, or literally just a full team of Gob Chompers, particularly a full team of Gob Chompers, you pretty much have a 100% chance of winning against Goblins, unless they just go and one or two turn you or something. But the problem with that is in Guild War, when you're restricted to a certain color, you won't always be able to use those really hard counters that they made to be able to counter out some of that content, which does make it quite a bit more difficult. And people, of course, will be aware of that. Like, let's say if they add, like, a new Divine counter, and let's say it's, like, yellow, purple, everyone would know not to set Divines on yellow or purple day if they were to ever do that. Technically, that's also the case for red-blue right now. You wouldn't want to set a Divine team on red or blue day, just because someone could technically skull spam Crimson Bat you, which would just tear the team apart, especially if your hero was actually set as Divine hero class. Okay, we'll go and move that over. Take a green. Actually, why did I take that? We'll take the red. Go throw an Ubistay here, get a double kill. Go from there. Kill and Furnace right next to each other. Get a nice little poke on it. And already dead. Also, don't forget, next week will be the event for Bard as well on Thursday. So if you've been wanting to get more EXP up for it, this is definitely, or next week is definitely the week to do so. I'm trying to get it to level 70 right now so that we can show it for Monday video. It doesn't give you too much of a benefit, mainly just some links, but still, links can make a pretty big difference over the course of a battle. In quicker battles, it barely makes any difference, but in longer battles, it definitely can accumulate a lot of extra mana just from having a +1 on something that you tend to use. It also gets enchant if you wanted to as well. So if you were using Bard in like last slot where it's being blocked by everything or nearly everything, you could just give it a green enchant and just kind of roll it that way instead. So how are Guild Wars supposed to be set up? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that question. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. There's still hope to have any kind of buff for the wild folk tomorrow? No, there's no hope of that occurring tomorrow. Though it's guaranteed going to be happening. It's just it's not happening tomorrow, apparently. Unless they just didn't put it in the official thread. But I highly doubt that's the case. I'm pretty sure they're just not doing it tomorrow. It's still within their plans, though. It seems kind of weird that they wouldn't do it during the actual event itself. Because it's not like they'll do it during the next Pan's Veil event. Next Pan's Veil event's probably like 7 months from now, with how many kingdoms there are these days. But it'll probably be either next patch or sometime just randomly. It's like, hey, here's a Pan's Veil buff. Or maybe it'll be this Thursday, actually. Coinciding with the... oh, I didn't think about that. Maybe they'll do it instead of on the Monday event. Maybe they'll do it corresponding to the class event. I didn't think about that. But yeah, maybe they'll do it this Thursday instead for the class event. Because the class event, you will be restricted to using Wild Folk as well as Pan's Veil. Well, Pan's Veil Wild Folk. So if they were to go and do a buff to Pan's Veil Wild Folk, it would make sense that they would do it on the literal day that you need to go use Pan's Veil Wild Folk. So, yeah, maybe that's actually their plan. Hopefully. Otherwise, they were teasing at a Pan's Veil buff and then didn't give us one. I'll go move that over. Go throw a little swing here. I guess we'll take rid of his damage just in case he feels like destroying us with a 60-something damage. Not to mention he gains even more every cast. Run a Furnace because nothing is in kill range. Oops, dead. Now it is, so we'll just go throw that down. Get our double kill here. It's going to do a ridiculous amount of armor. Can't really stop that. It's 55 armor. That's like an entire cast. It's almost 2 casts of damage. Especially if it gets on everything. That's like 200-something durability. It would be a good time to bring out the Mang or something, though. If you were a lower level player. That or just Standard Devour. Standard Devour always works in every pet battle, by the way. There isn't a single battle where running a Great Maul Devour wouldn't work. Also, with that being said, don't forget, if you are still trying to get a Great Maul, it is available in Event Key Drop Table for a few more hours if you still want to get it. It's basically, if you own a Great Maul, you have an automatic win against every pet battle and dungeon if you're struggling with them. Of course, later in the game, they're pretty easy. But earlier on in the game, they can be quite difficult to actually win out without the proper troops. And Great Maul is definitely one of those proper troops that can actually really increase your win rate and make them a lot quicker to do. So worth considering. It's still possible to get a Pan's Veil even when it's not the event, but he's in the event queue drop table right now, so it's pretty much the easiest he'll ever be to obtain other than just crafting him. But that will last for a few more hours until reset, which is in 6 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, let's go see how many pets we have, see if we actually have any to upgrade. Oops, that's not where pets are. Go under troops, go under the menu. Good morning, Brian. You're after some help on how to expand on Bronzelock Pistol and Scurvy Sea Dog. What epic or ultra rare could you add? And what hero class? Oh, I don't know if you could use anything that low of a rarity. Normally with it, I would use probably like Legends and Mythics because you need the higher damage output. Let me see. Probably an Azura. So I would think Bronzelock Pistol, Azura, or no, wrong order. Bronzelock Pistol, Scurvy Sea Dog, Azura, and then you would just need to figure out what your damage would be. I believe it would have to be a Legend or Mythic of some sort. You just have to look at what the heaviest damage you have. Almost doesn't even matter what its color is, because the blues that you'll be using are Pistol and Azura. Main thing that matters is it really, really high damage. And whatever you have that can be put in last slot that does that would be good. Problem is ultra rares and epics don't really do excessively high damage. It's generally Legends and Mythics. There are instances of lower rarity stuff doing decent damage, but when you're using it as your only damage source of your team pretty much. Well, I guess Pistol technically does damage, but it's relatively slow. Where's the Azura card found? You can get Azura for free from completing out Merlantis. The wrong kingdom. Merlantis, this one. Completing out this quest line gives you Azura. She's a blue-purple troop, 14 mana cost that explodes all blues. She also dispels all enemies, so you get rid of their barrier and enchant and all that stuff. And submerge, and, you know, it just gets rid of all their positive stats effects. And it also reduces down their stats. So HP, armor, attack, magic, all that stuff. She's actually the best, even though she's a free kingdom epic, she's still, to this day, the best stat-reducing troop in the entire game. Really inconsistent, but it can reduce any stat pretty much down to 0, which is cool. Which is good for disabling out the enemy. Let's Let's see. The team setup for defending and attacking to earn points. You ask because teams you have run just divines as defense, like your team for this pet run. Well, you would have to, on defend, set your team to something unique in Guild Wars. Basically, how Guild Wars works is there's two parts of it, defending and invading. The defending part of it, you have to make sure that all 24 of these troops are different. What they are doesn't really matter. Ideally, you would make them as strong as possible combinations for each color day to kind of counter them out. But the only thing that matters with these 24 troops is that every single one of them is completely different. And this will end up giving you 12,000 points for free, 2,000 per day. But yeah, all 24 different with not a single one repeating. And you just automatically get a free 2,000 points per day. So that makes a part of Guild Wars, 2,000 points per day, part of it. And ideally, you set them as something strong so that the enemy team that you're up against each day loses more often, which doesn't increase your points, but it lowers their points. And other than that, the way that invading works is every single day is designated to a certain color. If you use that color, you will get a % bonus. This bonus is based on how high your Guild Guardian thingy is upgraded. At level 100, it would reach the maximum possible bonus, which would be 50%. And each one of these, you just use 4 of these, and boom, you get 200% extra bonus for each one, and so on and so forth. So generally, you do want to be using 4 of whatever the color day is. If you are struggling or a newer player, if you're a really new player, you pretty much just use whatever your normal teams are. If you are more towards mid-game, you'd probably use 3 of the color and then 1 troop that generates for it. Like, for example, a Valkyrie on Blue Day. She doesn't use blue, but she would help you to make sure you increase your win rate by a lot. And other than that, yeah, you basically just play through the battles. The things that determine your score is you get more points if all 4 of your troops survive. You get more points if you accumulate a lot more mana than the enemy. You get more points if you do a lot more damage to the enemy relative to how much they do to you. So things like barrier and skull mitigation like Gorgolfa tend to be pretty good. You get more points in the fewer amount of turns you win in, and extra turn spamming does count as turns. And I believe that is everything that it gets scored by, unless I missed something. Yeah, that's pretty much Guild Wars and how everything goes with it. Okay, I was about to go do something right now. Oh yes, we need to go finish up Bounty Hunter and hopefully win every battle, because if we don't, we just go do dungeons first. I'm already in the screen. It's Diamond Day too, so we'll be able to get a lot of well, diamonds. And it's actually worth throwing down the 50 pack today as well, of course, or the 50 gem thingy. Also, if you're on console and it doesn't cost money for that other pack, it's probably worth throwing that other pack down every single week too. It's not something I normally mention because I believe that's only the case on one of the console versions. But if both of those require gems, on Sunday it's definitely worth going for both. On most platforms, it requires money for the other one though, unfortunately. We'll throw Infernus down. I have no clue why they even have that different on some platforms. Seems kind of weird. I believe it's the only thing in the entire game that it's a purchase on some platforms, but it's costs gems on others. Seems kind of weird. Oh, we're gonna take this brown over. Move that. Throw that yellow down. See if we can get an Infernus or something. Get that into a cast. Actually, just move that over. Get that down. Throw Infernus. Pretty much team wipe it already. Get that to wipe it out. The last little bit of our mana. Wait, why didn't I just let him die out to skulls? That was weird. We'll go through Infernus again. Get that going. And 2 HP, of course. Too bad we're not using Ubistet. I mean, not Ubistet. Too bad we're not using Yagway. We could just kill him by taking a red. Oh, well, let's take this over. Ubistet him, and that'll be that. Yeah, PS4 is the one that has gems for both. Which just seems odd. I don't know why they have it like that, but it is the case. I guess some kind of policy made it so they couldn't make it a purchase? I'm not sure. This seems kind of odd that that's like literally the only one. Okay, we'll go through Infernus down. Go take a red to the yellow. Get a Ubistet down. And then just kill it with Infernus. And there we go. Okay, let's go buy the extra diamonds. Even though I've like never even crafted anything ever lately. We'll go grab that. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever had to craft a mythic. Well, I have crafted a mythic before, but I've never crafted a mythic I didn't have. every single time we've ever crafted a mythic, I've actually already owned it. But yeah, this 50 gem thing right here is really, really good value to get. You get 2 gem keys, so it's only like 30 gem cost, and you get 80 diamonds, some shards, some souls, and a celestial for basically a 30 gem cost, since you're getting the 2 gem keys with it. So yeah, pretty great value, and it will slowly help get towards being able to craft a mythic. Also, speaking of that, hopefully Ubested's available next week. He still hasn't been available ever since his release, so hopefully very soon. It's only a matter of time. It is on rotation, so it could only be like another 1 or 2 weeks pretty much until he comes around. But yeah, hopefully we see him soon. But yeah, for all we know, it could be next week. And we actually have enough to craft 5 mythics right now. Actually, if we converted all of our shards, I'm kind of keeping them in case they ever do something with shards at this point. But we have enough to craft 5.5 mythics right now, if we wanted to. I have crafted a fair straw in the past. I might actually craft a second Ubested, because I don't really have much else to put my diamonds into, so I might as well put it into Ubested, I guess. Anyways, let me go finish Bounty Hunter. Yeah, Bounty Hunter. So let's go do this. You have 6 more hours left for any of you that do still want to go and do it as well. Of course, the team I've been using is Agave, Sister Superior, Pharaoh Hound, Yagwe, Final Battle. Final Battle is ridiculously easy this time around. Not always the case, but definitely is this time around. Ooh, Valraven, first battle. Please do not let that go away. We need that for leaderboard. And that's important because we get 1 whole free orb if we actually make leaderboard, compared to not making leaderboard. We also get 75 gems back, though. That 75 gems is pretty irrelevant relative to like an orb or something. Ooh, he is dangerously high mana right now. And we just missed. Okay, I gotta be very careful not to give him yellow here. How do we go about this? It's actually looking really bad. Like, we're gonna win the battle. That's almost guaranteed. I don't think we've lost a single one of them. Biggest issue is if we lose Valraven, that's technically like losing twice. We'll take this down. Try to do anything we can to not give him any yellow anywheres. Take that red down. Throw another Pharaoh Hound. Nice, nice. Take the other one over. What else can we do? Throw it down again. And move that red. Hopefully we have Yagwe here. We do. Perfect. And now I just need to press 2 more attacks on him. Take that over just so we have it. Should have taken those blues away. Could have, didn't. I'll go throw this down again. Oh, he just ruined my alignment. Do we still go for it? I need the damage. But it's not really going to do anything. I think we still do it, though, so we'll do that. Start getting a Pharaoh Hound down. We did get full mana off of that. Get that cleanse so we can actually turn. Nice, nice. Just need a little bit more mana. I think at this point we just play it safe. Take a red, throw Yagwe. Is there any way we could take a red without, or a green, without losing alignment? It doesn't look like we can, so we'll just move that over. We lose our alignment, but that's, oh good, he gave it back. And that's enough to kill out the Valraven, and that is the win. All we have to do now is just apply a little bit more damage. It's easy. Go throw down a Yagwe there, I guess. Get that down, get a bit of damage. Go and throw another Yagwe at him. And dead. And there we go. That should secure us leaderboard now. So of course we'll need to go do the rest of our battles. But we have 5 battles now. Even if we don't get another Valraven, that's 4,800 each. That brings us up by 5 times 4,800 plus 2,94480. That would bring our score to 118,480, which would bring us up to that would bring us up to 86th place, which that'll be okay. I think we'll be able to reach orb off of that. And if we get another Valraven, it will bring us even higher. And yeah, if we can get every single battle done, that'll be good. And if we can get 1 more Valraven, that's pretty much secure 100% chance of leaderboard. Because it's pretty much the end of the week already. We have only like 6 hours left. I highly doubt too many people will bother grinding out to the last of it. Most of them have probably depleted their battles. And to throw another 200 gems just to get an orb, I don't know. Actually, some people might consider that worth it. Because you get 75 more gems back. So some people may consider actually throwing that down. Because it's basically like buying an orb for 125 gems if they were to do that. Let's see. Oh, what do we even need here? Everything we need is not available, so let's move that over. We'll get Pharaoh Hound up so we go through that. Hopefully get it to a line. Didn't. Nor do we have enough mana to do anything, and just gonna get a freeze. Not really on anything too relevant, at least. We'll throw to brown. Actually, I say that, but I still need to go cleanse it, because in case we do it on purple, which I believe we just did, so good thing we got rid of that. Go get the last bit of our mana. Just take it over here. Ideally would have cascaded that mana. Didn't get it, though. think we're just going to go for the green preemptively. We could go for Feral Hound now, but I want to guarantee get that. So he'll go just hit us some, doesn't matter. Or actually, it kind of does. Wow, he just hit Yagway really hard. Hopefully he doesn't actually go for the kill. That would not be good if he goes for that kill. That is for sure. We'll go throw this down, hopefully get our alignment, get it right in the corner. Perfect. Throw another Yagway. And can we please get him barriered? Would be great. There's still a chance he could die. We'd probably still win at this point, even if he did die, but still, gotta be careful. Would make it a lot riskier. So we'll go and throw this down. Hopefully gives us alignment. It does, but we did an extra turn, and we still have it. Perfect. Throw that in there. Take the other red. The Feral Hound. Move that down just to get it. Yeah, we'll throw it down again. Again, just for alignment purposes. There's almost no chance that would actually land an extra turn. But how the board was set up. I think we'll throw this even though he gets a lot of value out of it. Mainly because he already won. All I have to do is switch throw a Give at him. Unless he kills it. No! Oh, luckily we don't lose score because of that. Not in this game mode anyways. The only thing that matters is how much bounty troops you use and if you win the battle. Doesn't matter how many of them actually survive, unlike Guild Wars or anything like that. Okay, not another Valraven. Hopefully we see at least one more. Because then I don't need to worry about us not getting it if we do. Because being in 86th place, there's still a possibility that 14 other people can pass us. But if we end up getting to like 70th, then we're pretty much not going to be falling from there, most likely. Okay, let's go and we'll take a red. See what else we have on this board. Not much that is worth it. Brown and red are the main things we need, of course. And neither are available, so I guess we'll take a blue randomly. Which we obviously don't need, but the board isn't really giving us much. Because we'll take a brown to a blue, try for a Cascade there, didn't get it. Go for a little poke, but he hits on the barrier, so that's good for us. I would take a brown here because it's better for our extra turn capability. But we'll just throw it that way. Because we want to try keeping as many reds and purples on the board before we cast it if we can. Not too huge a deal, but it definitely helps. So we'll go cleanse that immediately just so we can take that extra turn. Oh wait, never mind. It was frozen on red, not on purple. But still, we got it off, so now we can Feral Hound in the next turn or two. That skull we're going to ignore. If first troop dies, it actually helps us, so it doesn't really matter if it goes down. And that actually helps us, so thank you for that. Main reason it helps us is because it makes our barriers. With less things on our team, it's more likely that something important will get barriered. Of course, the most important troop are these three, particularly the last two. But we'll go take a... I would throw a Feral Hound right now if we had it. We don't have alignment, nor do we have Feral Hound, so I guess we'll just go take a right over. Go throw this down. Get that immediately. Kill, throw it down again, turn, double check for alignment, don't have it, throw a skull, and throw another hound down. Hopefully we'll keep this loop going. Nope, but we do have alignment for next turn. If he does the next turn there, good. For another hound. That's not enough damage yet, I don't believe, so we'll go for the hound alignment. And it got a kill, another kill, but again, since we can just keep barriering these two over and over again, we're pretty protected. Even though we lost half our team, it's the strongest point pretty much when it's only the two of them. And there we go. And that should bring us back on the leaderboard. Hey, that didn't even bring us back on the leaderboard yet. What's the gap at this point? Okay, one more battle is what the gap is, apparently. And hopefully we'll get lucky with one more Valraven. Nope. Well, we have 3 more battles. Well, 2 more battles after this one. Hopefully one of those will see a Valraven. We'll get that down. It would take an extra turn to get into full mana right now would be ideal. Doesn't seem to be available. There's enough red-purple on the board that it should land, though. We'll do that. I am going to take that extra turn, like I said, to go get that, though. Ooh, that did ruin our alignment, though, with all the cascades. I guess we'll throw another hound in, because I do want to have alignment here if we can. Since the battle has just started. I don't want to give him a freeze, so we do have alignment now. Throw that there. Go for... Oh, should have taken that skull extra turn. Whoops. Okay, he actually would have died regardless at that point, so I don't need to cleanse there. It's only on yellow and green, so either of those two colors are too relevant, given the team we're using. Gonna try extra turning some. He ruins my alignment, of course. Yeah. Oh, that's actually kind of bad, because now I don't have anything to do with this turn. We'll take a brown or something, start getting Feral Hound up, let him have a freeze. We'll get rid of that in a second. We'll take a red for now, get rid of that now, and just get this hopefully into extra turn line. And, well, we aligned it, but we didn't extra turn it. Get that down. Throw. We already have full mana, otherwise I would have taken those reds. Get that. Throw Yagway if we have it. Doesn't look like it, so... you know what? I'm still going to throw it. We'll do that, and then just Feral Hound, hopefully into getting it back to full mana. That or even just go for some damage right here. Oh, no, never mind. If we take even a single red, it automatically kills him. So we get the red, and then Yagway dead. Or almost dead. There we go. Now dead. Okay, 2 more battles. Please, Valraven. And that now brings us back on the leaderboard. Ever so barely. Exactly rank 100. Right on the dot, rank 100. Oh, wait. What? You lied. You say rank 1,000. I mean 100. Yeah, it's not. I guess it hasn't updated yet. Oh, there's a refresh button, isn't there? Oops, why did I go all the way back? I did the pet, right? Yeah, I did. Games. Bounty Hunter, where are you? Bounty. Why is it not showing the warning for the bounty? That's weird. It's showing the keys instead of bounty, even though bounty only has like 6 hours left. Anyways, wow, you actually get 10 battles just for that final one for 200. I don't think I need it, but it's actually quite a bit. That would definitely push you over to like this area right here. Though that only would give a slightly marked gem, so there's no point in spending gems just to get a smaller amount of gems back, obviously. Let's go refresh. It's not refreshing properly, but we'll go check it later. Okay, please, Valraven. We have 2 more chances for a Valraven. Let's see one. There we go. Ooh, not the best of location, though, but at least we got a good starting board, or at least good enough. Not the absolute best, but at least we get full mana first turn Feral Hound. I'm actually not going to cast yet, though. Oh, I forgot. You're blocking my mana. Okay, I'm actually going to cast. Never mind, I lied. I forgot. Green doesn't go directly into him. Normally, you can do that, but he's blocking it this time around. Well, he's always blocking it, assuming you're using him, but... normally, I wouldn't be using a green, but the bounty hunter, or the bounty captain is a green, so we have to use it. We could use it behind it, technically. Also, what on earth just happened there? Wow. He, like, spazzed all over the place. I think they fixed the glitch, finally, that made him, like, stop on the enemy team. Or I sure hope they did. Because you could actually stop in the middle of the board and make it impossible for you to take some of the gems. You could also stop on top of another enemy, which would make it impossible for you to target that enemy if you did it right on top of it. Normally, you could kind of hit it in the corner, though. But I believe they fixed that glitch midweek in, like, a little mini patch. Because I haven't seen it since, like, the first few days. Okay, we'll go and take the blue to skull. Grab that down. Take the purple over. Go and throw this since we don't have alignment. Ooh, okay, good. He didn't get Valraven. If we would have gotten extra turn into full Valraven, that would have been so unfortunate there. And all we need now is another one. I think we just secured a kill. It should be enough damage, but just in case, let me take a skull here, and then we'll go for the kill. Ooh, don't, no! Oh, wow. The amount of luck we just had right there. That he didn't actually cast us a Valraven. If we would have escaped with that Valraven, that would have been so unfortunate. Especially if I would have calculated it out and realized that I would have had enough damage to kill it the previous turn as well. Because I didn't bother calculating it. We probably already had enough damage to kill it, and I just waited a turn for no reason. But luckily, he did not cast the Valraven. Even if he did, it's only 30% chance, but still, that would have been very unfortunate if that would have occurred. But there we go, another Valraven. That's guaranteed leaderboard at this point. Especially if we get another one. I highly doubt we're going to get another one now, though. But you never know. Could be on our final battle. We'll go take that into that into that. Do a little bit of everything. Go and grab ourselves a yellow-brown. They'll just go and skull us. We'll go take another brown. There's a nice Feral Hound in there. Complete miss. Complete and utter miss. Well, let's go get the mana back since we missed completely. Move that over. He'll hit us really hard. He just hits barrier for no reason. Good job, AI. You have every single thing that on our entire team that you could possibly hit, and you decide to go for the one with barrier. I will throw that down again into it again. Get a nice Yagway in there. Actually, double Yagway. Very nice. Almost enough to one-shot anything. Though, as I say that, it doesn't even one-shot him. But we'll go and for a Feral Hound. Hopefully have alignment off this. Looks like we do. He doesn't freeze anything too relevant. Or at least at the moment, it's not too relevant. Once we get the things to full mana, it will be. So now that it is, we'll go cleanse it, throw down, and it should be good to go. Hopefully this lands again. Yes, it does. Perfect. Grab our full mana, throw it down one last time, a third time. And how do you still not have full mana yet? There we go. And, oh, I didn't even realize that wasn't aligned, but all we have to do now is just poke him again, and down he goes. And 2 more battles. Come on, 1 more Valraven. I guess it doesn't really matter at this point if we do or don't. Oh, well, we got one. Okay. Secured. We definitely have leaderboard now. We got pretty lucky then with that. We'll probably be somewhere around like 70th on leaderboard or somewhere around there, which will definitely secure us top 100. Because obviously there's no point in making top 50. The only thing we get extra is 25 gems. And obviously it wouldn't be worth spending gems just to reach that point. the next point where it would actually be worth reaching. It goes from rank 100 all the way to rank 20 is when the next rank that is actually useful is. So generally you don't really bother going that distance unless you really wanted those extra orbs. And the amount of time it normally takes just isn't worth it, especially how many more gems you sometimes have to spend. Unless it's like a class event, that might be the only time when it's kind of worth going for that little bit of extra. Just because there's a lot less competition and stuff, so you technically get more value out of it. Plus all the gems that you're spending, you're still technically getting something from it. You're getting the class HP. Okay, we'll throw this down. Because in the case of things like this game mode, you're getting almost nothing if you end up spending additional sigils. Like even the drops, all you're getting is more bounty troops. And once you pretty much have all bounty troops maxed, you perpetually have them all maxed. Because the only one you ever need to keep getting up is the whichever one the what's it called? The captain leader is. That's the only one. All the other ones would already be maxed over time, just from doing bounty hunter to its full extent after a couple weeks. Because of how many drops you end up getting. Oh no, he has full mana. I was talking the whole time, I wasn't even paying much attention to him. That's bad. Luckily he didn't go for it yet. There is a possibility we can infinitely loop him right here and then not have to deal with him. So we'll do that. Throw this for alignment, please. Not aligned. We did extra turn that at least, but we'll throw another Pharaoh Hound, I guess. Nice. There we go. Okay. Oh wait, I could have just Fail. I could have just Yalguayed him to begin with. I didn't even need to do all that. I thought that wasn't enough damage. Apparently it is. Okay. 76. And we still have 3 battles. Wow, this rate, we're getting really lucky Val Ravens. It's like our 2nd or 3rd Val Raven, isn't it? Could even get one more still. I'll take the red over. We didn't even need that much luck. All we needed was 1 Val Raven to pretty much secure it. Okay, we'll go and take the brown over. To get this guy up. Gotta make sure I don't lose the battle. That'd be a fail. I believe we didn't lose a single one, if I'm not mistaken. We lost Val Raven like twice, 2 or 3 times. But we haven't actually lost the battle itself on this. It's because it's relatively easy this week. Nothing really poses much of a threat. And they haven't managed to snipe my Yalguay. That would actually make the sub-battle a lot harder if they did. But most of the time they don't aim at it. Like right now they're aiming at Pharaoh Hound, but if Pharaoh Hound goes down, it's not as big a deal compared to Yalguay going down, as he's a good majority of our damage. Alright, that gives us alignment, so we'll just go right into that again. Throw it down and get the last little bit of our mana. Slightly short, I guess we'll have to take it off an extra turn. That ruins our alignment, but it does give us full mana for Yalguay. So we'll throw that down again. And just need to do that a few more times. For skull. Kind of overkill at that point, didn't really even need that, but I guess we'll just double Yalguay. We'll throw this first though, just to try getting the extra turn, into an extra turn, into throwing it down again. And there we go. And then 2 more. Okay, take purple over. Move that. Take the greens. Grab a brown or a red of some sorts. Maybe just like a brown, so we'll take that. Didn't get the surge. Go poke us. We'll take red. Throw Yalguay. Kind of want to take his mana before I do, just so we have it. Might even cast it here. I just completely ruined that alignment so hard. I should have taken the top one. But hopefully we'll have it here. He does give it to us, so we'll go throw it down immediately. Get him back to full mana, just so we have it. Throw the Yalguay again. What else do we need here? Get another Yalguay down. Get that going. Throw another Hound, if I can click. No extra turn, and no alignment either, so I guess we'll just waste our turn taking a red or something. We'll do that right there. Get another Hound down. Take all that blue away. Get the Hound. And there we go, perfect. Throw it again into another one. Take that down. Double check the board. Doesn't look like much. Take that one. That does indeed give us alignments. Get a Hound. Get another Yalguay. And dead. And we still our turn as well if that wasn't enough. And the final battle. Do we get one last Val Raven, or is that the end of Bounty Hunter this week? That is the end of Bounty Hunter. So let's just win this out, and that should be top 50-ish or so. And that will give us 1 free orb. That was worth it. As long as we get a not green from it. Ideally a blue or purple. But we won't find that out until tomorrow. Go take the red. So let him kind of have whatever. Take brown over. Throw Yalguay down. Check the rest of the board. Looks fine. Take red over there. them do whatever. Throw that down. The Yagwe. Check forward. Throw it down again. Let him have whatever here. Pokes us. Yagwe. What else? Take the red over. Feral Hounds. For the Feral Hounds. And not enough mana. He'll freeze us. It's an important one, so we get rid of it. Take the red. I give him so much brown right there, but it's only a poke. Ooh, it's on the Yagwe, though. Don't touch the Yagwe. We need him. How do we not have full mana on him right now? We have all the alignment we need. So we'll go get that. Nice little poke. That 1 damage poke. I wonder if we've actually ever secured a kill because of that few 1 damages that he kept getting in. I believe we have. I should have taken those blues. Oops, oops, oops. Oh, I almost just casted them. That would have been fail. That was definitely not a board to cast them on. And a smash. And now he's not blocking us on green. It doesn't even matter because we already won. And hey, we got a Mountain Trace Stone on the final one. And that is Bounty Hunter for the week. We have secured rank 61 with the tier 6 thingy. But yeah, I think we missed 3 Foul Ravens, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, someone else from my guild right below me, Quantum. That's funny. Wonder if he's here right now. He's literally right behind me by like 2,000 points or so. But yeah, that's nice. That should be way high enough that no one's going to pass us. I highly, highly doubt 40 people are going to pass us between now and the next 6 hours. That is likely not going to happen. Maybe like 10 or 20, but not that many. So that should be 1 free orb for tomorrow, as well as the 75 gems back. And we take our tribute, nice 13 tribute. And yeah, that's pretty much that. I guess we'll go do some of our dailies then. And just do those on stream. We actually have 5 treasure maps to go do, and then a whole arena thingy. I guess we'll go do the treasure maps real quick. But if anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, just let me know, and I'll make sure to do so. Okay, we'll move that over. Take a, I'll go for that, might as well. The other one over, take that. Grab all that mess. Should probably just speed through these as quickly as possible instead of actually playing it out. Yeah, let's go do that method. We only have to do 5 of them. And it's only for 400 glory. I probably shouldn't even bother doing this. For how little reward it gives. If it was like a gem key or some gems, I probably would go for it. But, I don't know, 40 glory really is not that much. It's 2 glory keys, basically. Just in a different form. Which isn't that many glory keys. But if nothing else, at least we're getting resources from doing these as well. Like some gems and such. So I guess we're not going out of our way too much, but we're not gaining any hero XP or anything while doing this. Which is the only other slight concern. I still need to go get the hero class upgraded, of course. I will be trying to get level 40 on it by tomorrow, and I should be able to do that. I'm probably going to stay up for a little bit anyways, because we're going to be recording the video. So sometime in doing that, I should be able to get it to level, max level, I hope. Or not max level, level 70, I mean, not max level. Well, it's level 70 basically is max level for it, because all of its final perks, for whatever reason, are just abysmally bad for the hero class, so not really much of a need to ever get it to level 100. If you happen to get it to it, then of course it's fine, but you have no need to actually go out of your way to get it to level 100. Even on this this Thursday, I'm not even going to bother spending any gems, most likely, on the event, just because there isn't much of a need to. Look at that, 3 gems. It's more than how much we'll get from this thing. Plus we get some of our glory already. And we got to do 4 more of those. Yeah, I don't think this is actually worth it, just for that 40 glory. Earlier on in the game, I think it would be. But for us, this late in the game, I don't think it would. Let's see, we'll take that, take that. Too bad we don't have a lower turn amount. We can't switch that to a lower amount. If you were a newer player, you'd actually start with less turns. And technically, this would be even easier to do as a newer player, assuming you had the maps laying around, since you'd be able to lose quicker. It takes slightly longer to lose this late in the game, since your green guardian determines how many extra turns you get in this map. And I believe it gives you like a total of 6 extra turns, I believe, or something. Which is why we start with 14 turns instead of a lower number. Okay, we'll go with, what else do we have to move here? Take that. Also, I still find it weird that it's 14. Back in the day, you actually used to be able to gain 15 turns at the start of a map. But then they changed it based on guardians. But for whatever reason, in doing so, they also reduced the total amount that you have by 1 for whatever reason. So that now 14 map turns is the max you could ever have instead of 15. I still don't understand that. I don't mind, though, because it's actually better to have slightly lower turns sometimes, like with what we're doing right now. Hey, 3 gems again. Wow, we actually got 3 gems twice in a row. That'd be funny if we get 3 gems 3 times in a row. We're actually on track to do so. Move that over. Take the other one. I don't think I'm going to try to, though. It'd be very unlikely that I would actually reach it unless I actually try. I'm actually surprised we hit that twice. Normally you only get about 1 gem per map, approximately, over the course of every map, which comes out to about 60 gems per hour. But we're getting really lucky at the moment, apparently. Oops, that's definitely not the way I should have taken that. Oh, there's one thing that could be a gem. Need to get 3 of them if we really want to try getting that. I think I might, just for fun. Need to get at least to the point where we have a chance of getting 3 of them. I don't know if I'll actually get that far, but we'll see where things go. Doesn't look like it's going to reach. Let's see, move that over, take the other one. Oh no, we're not going to reach it. We're definitely not getting 3 gems this time around. Unless we get just super lucky out of nowhere soon. But there's another one. Okay, never mind. We do have the chance now. We have 3 green chests, which is all we need in order to get 3 gems. If all 3 of them happen to roll gems, which is obviously very unlikely. But it has happened twice technically already, so could happen a 3rd time in a row. Okay, there's another one that we can go take if we want to. We're going to do it now, might as well. Need to make sure I don't make it into a red chest, though. That would actually reduce our chance of getting a gem. It'd still be the same chance that we get a gem, but it would give us 2 gems instead of 1 gem, whereas each one of these individual chests could technically give us 3 gems if all 3 of them were to roll a gem. And there we go. Okay, did we get the 3 gems we wanted? Let's see. Moment of truth. Oh, I think we were 1 gem short. Wait, I think we're 1 gem short. No, we're 1 gem short of getting 3 gems 3 times in a row. Oh well, we got 2 gems. Oh, let's go grab that. They came close. They came very close. Okay, now let's just speed through these. Take that, take that, take that. Have you already talked a little about next week's event? Yes, next week's event is going to be bringing in the standard raid troop. Pretty standard. Not much to really mention about that other than that it keeps gaining a little bit more magic over time. As far as the new glory troop that's coming in, it is going to be a new early game true damage. It's not really ever going to be used for anything other than very, very low level true damage, and that's it. Every other instance you would just be using your hero if you were using a different version of true damage later on in the game, or any of the better true damage troops. It's a very low rarity rare true damager. It's kind of a little bit like Miststalker, except targetable, and it gets to keep accumulating additional magic, kind of like how a Miststalker does, except instead of having to get a kill, all it needs to do is hit something that currently has armor, and it'll end up stealing some of its armor and then converting it into magic, which is kind of cool. And they're going to be making a lot of Pan's Veil like that into the future, like stealing a stat and then kind of converting it over. They're not doing the rebalance on tomorrow, but there's a possibility that they might still do it on Thursday, and I sure hope they will. They were making mention of that they were going to rebalance Pan's Veil, but yeah, they didn't do it today, or tomorrow, I should say. Yeah, we'll see if they do it on Thursday or not. The reason I say Thursday is because that's when the class event is, and for the class event, you specifically have to use Pan's Veil Wildfolk. So if they were ever to buff Pan's Veil Wildfolk, that would probably be the time they would do it. And if they don't do it then, after announcing, saying that they would, I have no clue when they're planning on doing it. That seems like the perfect time. Okay, we have to do 2 more maps, I believe. I don't know why I'm doing this for 40 glory. I should have just repicked it. Actually, I believe this was my repick. I should have just not done it. I think it's going to take us like 7 minutes or however long it's been to just do these 5 maps. Just for 40 glory, which we can earn in like seconds. Well, maybe not seconds, but definitely would be better to earn it through PvP. At least this late in the game it is. I'm going to move that down. Take the other thing over. Well, if nothing else, at least we got a handful of gems and a few other things that it gives. Gems is the main reward that this game mode gives, though. Gems and glory. It actually has the highest gem and glory rate of anything in the game. Though generally it is better to gain glory through PvP just because you're getting so much better loot that even though this does technically give you more glory, it's not worth it compared to PvP, just because you are getting way more other stuff. Okay, but it's still good for early game, of course. Particularly when you don't have any armor bonuses yet. And I believe this was the final one we needed, right? Or was it one more after this? Yep, there it is. And there's our 40 glory for clearing all this out. And of course we get to keep whatever we got from the maps as well, which is like 100-something glory already. Like 10 gems and whatever else we end up getting. But there we go. I think they will put diamonds, shards, in Treasure Hunt. That would be kind of cool. I don't know what their plan is with Treasure Hunt. It's really outdated as far as late game is concerned. For early game, it's really well balanced. But the problem is once you get your first, like, once you get dragon armor or celestial armor, or really any armor that has a bonus that has 100% on it, like Death Knight 2, or, you know, any of the better armors, Treasure Hunt almost becomes useless at that point. Because the bonuses that you have, like all these on this screen right here, do not apply to Treasure Hunt. The other big issue with Treasure Hunt is there's no ingots, there's no hero EXP, and there is no, what was the third one? I think that was the main two, right? Oh, there is no EXP, like normal standard hero EXP. There's no class EXP, so neither of the two EXPs are in there. And there's no ingots. And those are the three things that are all missing from Treasure Hunt, which is one of the reasons why it's actually pretty bad. Because you're making almost no progress on your account when at a very, very high level. At a lower level, it doesn't matter, because maintaining a lower level at a low level actually is a good thing, because your matchmaking in PvP is partly determined based on what your level is. So having a lower level for things like Arena and PvP actually makes it easier for you. Because if you have the same amount of content while still being a lower level, like if you had like literally all this stuff that we have, or even just like a portion of like a few good mythics and stuff like that, and you were a lower level, it'd be a lot more beneficial, of course, compared to not having it, since your matchmaking would still be almost exactly the same, except it would just be a lot easier for you to actually win. But anyways, guys, I think I'll be heading out for now. We will be back tomorrow morning, of course, to go over the event for next week. It is going to be Pan's Vale, of course. No rebalance yet, but hopefully we get it on Thursday. Other than that, the pet for... Oh, no, I can't see the pet. I forget what pet is. I believe it's Moon, if I'm not mistaken, is next Wednesday, which is a soul pet. It's actually not too bad of a pet. Really good if you're planning on doing a soul farming anytime soon, to make sure you grab that. Other than that, class event for for Bard is on Thursday. This is the one from Pan's Vale Wildfolk. At the current moment in time, it is above average, but not one of the absolute best hero classes. But still, getting it to level 70 is still advised. It's pretty useful on Yellow Guild War Day. It's pretty useful on Divine teams if you're not bothering to run the Divine version of it. Like if you're using a multiple Yellow Divine kind of team. And of course, it's good with Wildfolk, especially if they end up buffing them into something that's actually useful. But yeah, it's an okay class. I personally don't care for it heavily, but it does have its purposes. And I haven't been using it as much, but definitely get it to level 70 if you haven't already during the class event if you want to go throw a few gems at it. Should be pretty easy to get the leaderboard for it. I noticed last week it was ridiculously easy when Assassin was available, so I assume Bard would be the exact same case. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoy your week. We'll be covering the event video tomorrow. I have no clue what Salty is covering tomorrow. Hopefully the map spoiler. I don't know if she's eventually going to go do the map spoiler or what, but yeah, she was eventually going to show the map to all of us, like the map that they were talking about, like the underworld and whatever. I showed it on Saturday, like a small spoiler image that they had, but they still haven't showed the map yet. There's a really gigantic map rework happening next patch that they've been hinting at. There's two major things that we know is coming next patch. There's a map rework that's also bringing in some kind of new kingdom with it, of course. And other than that, which is going to be the underworld. And other than that, the other big update is we're getting some kind of minigame, and that minigame will have ingots as a reward. We assume that it's going to be the primary reward, but we don't know exactly what the whole reward system or battle system or literally anything will be about it, other than that it has ingots, and it's going to be some kind of minigame. So hopefully it's not sigils, hopefully it's infinite. I'm hoping it requires maps to play. They really need to add something else that actually eats up maps, because there's way too many maps in this game. No one bothers playing excessive amount of treasure hunt this late in the game, and most people have thousands upon thousands. We're actually almost at the 5,000 map milestone, so by the time it actually launches, we'll probably have like 5,500 maps or something. Some kind of absurd number that we could never realistically use on treasure hunt. Actually, technically we could realistically do it. I think it would just take like 50 hours, which obviously I would not do treasure hunt for 50 hours straight. That's way too much treasure hunt. But if they added a new game mode, I wouldn't mind doing that new game mode for 50 hours straight. Or, you know, not straight, but, you know, doing it over the course of a couple weeks to a month. But anyways, guys, thanks for coming down. I'll see you all later. Have a wonderful week. Best of luck with everything. Also, as far as event keys next week, I didn't really make much mention of it yet. Not really that worth it. Biggest drop, I believe, is King Salinas. Actually, let me go over that real quick. I will, of course, be doing it over the video, too, but I don't think I did it over this stream yet. But yeah, Pan's Vale, everything available in the event key drop table is not really that good. But if you're wondering what it is, it's Blade Dancer, Bunny Nog, Elwyn, Faunessa, King Salinas, which is actually the best drop, I believe, from the drop table. It gives half mana start to all wild folk. It also has Impervious, which is a nice combination. It's also like a mini Infernus, kind of. It's nowhere near as good as Infernus, but it's basically the cheap version of Infernus in a way. Infernus is way, way superior to it, but still, it's if you needed like an all-burn option, it's one of the better all-burners, actually. Other than that, Nax is in the drop table. He's useless. Nyx is really good. That's in the drop table if you don't already have one. Satyr Magician is decent. He's in the drop table. Savasi, Silent One. Hopefully they buff it on Thursday or whenever they get around to it. For the most part, you don't really use it. It is the best silencing troop in the game, though very rarely would you need that mechanic. The Mythic, and also there's the Mythic of Wild Queen in the drop table. She's not really particularly good. If her ability was all skulls or all grain, it'd be amazing. But it's a mix of both, and more often than not, I feel like it almost always misses. But it steals attack and then gives it to your first slot, which is a pretty cool premise. I love the concept of this troop. It just, in practice, it's not really that feasible to really use. It's kind of clunky. And there isn't really any team that would really utilize her over just a normal skull spamming troop like Keeper of Souls or Bloodhammer or something like that. Anyways, that's everything coming in. Thank you guys, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye, everyone!